my show.
Oh Lord.
Everybody's.
No.
Not everybody. No.
Especially not.
www.letternumber2.com. We back. It's Friday. We keep it real Rillos on Friday. We got sort of a short show today, but I do want to get to our topic for today. Before we get to the topic, I want to shout out everybody in the room. We got Miss Lovey on the 1 and 2. We got Roy Boy in the building, Nasty Nose. We got KO in the building. The whole Higher NT is in the building. What's going on? We got Miss Cookie who shows right after mine. She's going to be in the building. All right. So I need to get everybody opinions. Can we all agree that what goes around comes around?
Hold on. You hold on. You gonna get on? You gotta put a headset on, or it's gonna feedback. You want to jump on? Oh, who done yanked my shit out the thing?
He's just a little excited.
Yeah, damn.
Not too much.
You break, you buy it.
You've been here today.
You break it, you buy it.
All right. Can we all agree what goes around comes around?
Facts.
So let's talk about this situation.
All right.
August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
So everybody know the story. Everybody know the gist of it. Basically, August Alsina said he had relations with Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith approved of it.
Yep.
Now I thought the issue was gonna be more of why is she, why does Will Smith approve of it? Like, that's your wife.
First of all, they already in an open marriage. I'm just gonna put that out there.
First off, if you gonna be in a marriage, you gonna honor this woman fully. I don't care if open or not. Like, if this is your queen, you treat her like a queen.
They got an open marriage.
It don't matter if it's open. She a queen, right?
It's an open. It's still an open marriage.
If it's open, there's no way to have an open marriage and have the utmost respect for the woman you
That's
love.
a lie.
No, it's not.
I disagree.
I don't agree with that. I'm sorry.
So you telling me you can respect this woman to the fullest and give her away?
That's not giving her away because she's not a fucking object to be given. She is an experience.
You
No.
letting somebody else ride your roller coaster.
That's not yours. It doesn't. You don't own it.
It's mutual.
It's your roller coaster.
I'm saying you might own the roller coaster, but the riders get on and off as they please.
First off, when he got married, it wasn't like this an open marriage. They didn't come out like this. Nah.
Even if it didn't, they both came to the conclusion, and they've been married for a long time. So if an open marriage works for them, then who is we to say anything about what you saying, Alpha?
Because it's not working, obviously.
It is working. It's just something got out because August Alsina opened his mouth.
Exactly, but when it first came out, they talking about it ain't true. So they tried to make it seem like he was just going crazy.
No, it's because there's a time and a place and appropriation. If they wanted to come out, no. Who is you?
Don't try to cover it up and then you want to.
It's not. It can't be a cover up because the marriage is open.
Exactly. Nah, you can't.
You can't cover up it's already open marriage.
In the beginning, they tried to cover it up as
because
if it wasn't true.
No, they tried to cover it up on the strength of them not being in control of the narrative.
No, it's too late to control it.
It's not. You don't know what relationship they had.
This comes down to old school beliefs and what you believe in. I'm telling you, it's about what you believe.
I don't know. I just say, like, regardless of what man you decide to spend the rest of your life with, Lovey, it ain't no way I'm gonna see this man saying, "All right, Lovey, you can go around that corner one time."
That's not what it's about, going around no corner. It's about admitting to the fact that you might be lacking in areas with what you bring into the table, and knowing this person that you love, you can't provide or be that for them, and being not selfish enough to be like, okay, well, why should you have to suffer and go without what you need just because I can't provide it to you?
It's not a need, it's a want.
It's not no want, it's a need. Everybody got, with something that they need, to fulfill them as a person in their walk and in the journey of life. And I respect your opinions because you have a very traditional way of thinking, and I respect that.
I'm saying there's no way I'm gonna send this woman, any woman I decide to spend the rest of my life with, anywhere else.
She not being sent.
No.
She's going with her own mind, with her own desire, and with the understanding that this is what she needs, and you loving her enough to let her do that. Like, what you think, KO? Are you traditional? And you gonna start talking about the lost people because we ain't.
No.
He's not gonna do that.
I ain't about to preach it.
I'm just fucking with you. I missed you so much.
I'm open to open relationships, open marriage. That's something different because it's like y'all gonna have like an open marriage. There's no point in y'all having no vows because it's kind of broken. Like the sacredness of a marriage is kind of tainted when you have outside interference. And when I'm talking about outside interference, it's because let's say you have a random dude just steady dipping in your wife. At some point,
Who just said?
It wasn't me.
At some point, it won't. At some point, your trust can be eliminated because let's say that he doing something better than her husband is doing, right? So the trust ends because you no longer saying, "Oh, I'm seeing August on this day," or "I'm seeing August on that day." You just going to go do it. So it's a trust thing. If you're having an open relationship, you always have to let your partner be informed. Like, "Hey, yo, I'm sleeping with this person on this day, babe. This is what we doing. If you want to be there or whatnot, blase swaze." Like that's a whole respect thing. Like I feel like it's a whole respect thing that's been eliminated there. Cause I feel like I don't know what happened with August.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe she
to August.
said no one time.
You know what I
I'm
think?
telling everybody.
I think he was dropping an album, which he dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this had more to do with promotion, and I feel like that's why they didn't come out with it right away, because they like, you're not finna get no shine off of us.
That's where morals come in.
Exactly.
He don't have no morals.
Of course he don't have no morals.
He didn't have no morals when he went into it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that, especially not even for a promo. Like it's kind of.
I'm just saying that it's a speculation also, but I'm just saying we can add that as a possibility.
I hope he didn't do it for the album.
What's the last time y'all heard about August though? Like just talking about anything.
Right, he been in retail.
Exactly.
You should be able to. No, certain people it's some people that can do some shit, and you should just be able to walk up to them and slap them. No words said. Like that's disrespect to even do that. That's disrespect.
So now that you have that information, it changes your view of
No, if you don't get into the situation in the beginning, you don't get to the disrespect. You set yourself up for the disrespect.
Exactly. And I said that to say. Maybe he felt like he wanted to get something out of it. Maybe he felt like
she probably told him he wasn't getting none no more. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you.
Okay, and that's a possibility as well.
He probably went down on her, and it was her turn, and she went to sleep. I'm just saying that's some shit I would do. Like, hey, I'm coming out with it. You don't know.
You know, it's interesting because KO said something that just rang in my head, and he said something about outside interference. But in reality, with westernized traditions, the way that they do the whole ceremony now, they require you to have a third party just to say that y'all are married. When in reality, it's between you and one other person. So whatever vows y'all make with each other, like if y'all come off the dick saying, okay, you know what, we're gonna be this is an open thing. I'm a fucking free spirit. You're a free spirit. We're gonna be honest, 100, and we gonna promise to always be honest with each other. These are our vows amongst each other. You know what I mean? Like you can write your own vows. You know what I mean? Like there was no, I don't know, county processor or what do they call it? Office of the Peace. Where did you go get married at?
I don't know.
During Bible times, there was that. There was one of
the
those.
idea of marriage comes from.
I call them Bible times.
Wherever the idea of marriage comes from, we'll just go with that. Because
no, I'm saying like the traditions have changed. Even if you look at jumping over a fucking broom to signify marriage. It's slave shit, but people still do it and honor it during ceremonies.
That's because they don't know no better.
Exactly.
It's the same as you eating pork.
You don't know if I'm not eating. Hold on. First of all, don't be throwing
not you,
Okay. Because I feel like he's trying to say I'm over here with the swine.
He's talking to me right now.
God damn it.
I'm having bacon in the morning.
He's stupid.
You stupid.
Now what you were saying?
Back to August, man. I don't know. I believe in open relationships. I don't know about the whole marriage thing because like. It's kind of a step farther thing because when you have somebody enter you, they're spirits. You know what I'm saying? So every time you take it on another spirit, it comes into your relationship, and then it's more things that have to deal with because everybody has feelings. No matter how much you want to try and act like you don't have feelings or act like you're not emotionally involved or there, you are.
But why can't it be something positive? Like, can it be a spirit that's positive that you're gaining and it actually makes this person a better person? So it don't have to be negative.
Every yin, there's a yang.
That's what I'm saying. So you can get your yin over here and your yang over there, and you got your brother husbands together, and everybody's just getting.
No. See, you see how Lovey tried to slip that brother husband shit in there? Forget whatever we was talking about. Lovey is gonna slip brother husband something in there.
There is no sword fight.
Why is that the first thing niggas think
feel like,
I hate to hear.
hey, in a marriage, it's like a quarterback and receiver. Somebody is throwing the other person the ball. If you got everybody in the crowd throwing football balls on the field too, it's harder for you to catch that pass that your mate is throwing you.
They not even.
Nah, y'all on the same
Who
team.
coaching?
Are these brother husbands
That's where
gay?
brother
No.
husband come in.
No,
They're not gay.
They
They're
just
not gay.
different men who
I
have
know
different
what it is.
responsibilities in the same house.
Oh, that sound like sidelines.
Yeah,
That's not what that is. No.
yeah. It's only one player.
No, it's like
So it's one man getting
Everybody else
no,
is getting
no.
played.
It's like they're like say one.
Everybody smashing, bro. I don't give a damn.
Everybody's
gonna be
smashing. Yeah.
And it's gonna be
Roy,
fun. You
fix your
because
face,
niggas
bro.
are competitive.
I hate Roy's
At some
face.
point in your head, y'all gonna have to come together and say,
Niggas gonna
we
fight.
running the train on this.
Yeah, bro. Hey, who going first, fam?
And that's why my theory came in 3 days with him, 3 days with him, and 1 day to yourself.
I don't think that it needs to be scheduled and more organic, but I'm saying, again, if we're approaching this as
I need 4
people,
days.
it don't have to be sexual. It's just like you with this person with the understanding of knowing what they're bringing to you or what they're contributing to you,
That's
your
all
house.
pimping.
And it's fine.
That's all I got.
I got a question. I got a question.
You better preach.
It's not pimping because it's not one way.
Hold on. Not only are
Yes,
you,
it
Two ways.
you're not respecting your marriage. Are you respecting yourself because you let somebody else go with your mate? I don't think you're respecting yourself. Cause I'm not gonna sit there and just like, oh, you know,
Niggas
this
do
dude-
it all the time.
like
Unknowingly.
How is it not so respecting yourself if you're if you're feeding yourself what you need? How is that not respecting yourself?
it's different between want and need.
Preach,
Right?
Lovey.
She might just wanted that.
I'm saying need as in they rock how they rock, but there's certain things that they lack in their character period
I
or
know
their
Will Smith
energy
gay.
period.
God will supply all
Okay,
that.
so
Y'all know Big Willie style is gay.
look,
Hello.
What you won't do on this show?
Y'all know he gay.
Listen,
Y'all know
he
he
saved
sitting
us.
watching little boys
He
getting
saved
hit.
us from the aliens. Okay, don't forget Independence Day. All right, if it wasn't for him, we would be all.
That don't mean that. This first movie he got pounded.
Why I didn't see the aliens? Because I was him.
Shouts out to Will Smith.
I was him.
7 pounds.
I didn't see him.
You just say you
He
just
gave his organs to 7 pounds.
Thank
Lots of
you.
people live.
And he gave his butt in his first movie.
What you won't do. You won't do. This is Bel Air, goddammit. You won't do Fresh Prince.
Fresh
I know what you're
Prince?
talking about.
I won't.
First off, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air go harder than all the movies anyway.
First of all,
Got a point.
We can't deny that. But
Especially that last
okay,
one.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes we got to step out of our judgmental and what we think should be and our ups, you know, like not the upbringing, but I'm just saying, like,
No.
I didn't say upbringing, boys. Calm down. I'm
Yeah, you
saying
heard-
the way that you
don't,
think.
Don't use the slave word.
I
Tony.
won't. I won't say it. I won't say it.
That's
But
free.
I just feel like, why are you letting something dictate what you yourself tells you?
All right, let me answer that real quick, because marriage,
Christian, he
the
right.
word marriage means something, and it came from something, and what it came from was the origin of it, and it means something. So when you take it and try to put your own meaning to it, it just don't equal up.
It's what you believed it to be is what someone told you it is. Someone told you that you can't go and be with this person and share their last name unless you go down to the courthouse and apply for this. Marriage wasn't even on no paperwork until after the Boston Tea Party, because the Europeans were trying to exert extra tariffs on the colonies because they were trying to do their own shit, and that's facts.
The fact is, we didn't even come from Africa. We came from Jerusalem.
Listen,
Church.
here we go. You just learned that.
I'm gonna go back further than you. Anytime you try to take
We
me
just
somewhere,
taught him that recently. He just, no, not taught him, but we just talked about this
I didn't
recently.
just learn that. I just didn't have anybody else who agreed with me.
Church.
I finally got somebody who agreed
At
with me.
any rate,
Set up.
at any rate, but see, you saying that, but you still participating in the westernized tradition by going down to the fucking courthouse, changing your name so you can get tax breaks and whatever the fuck own
First off,
property.
you have to understand, as humans, we're going to evolve, and there are new laws that are going to come and this and that. So you got to understand, if that's the law, that's what we going with right now. When I do that, when I go get married, it's like I'm not following Europe. I'm getting married because that's the law. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what it tells you to do.
At one point, it told us not to drink out the same water fountains. as
And
white
it
people.
did, and that was the rules at one time.
And so you would have been cool with that. You sounding real like a house nigga right now, boys.
I'm not cool. I'm not
You
cool
cooling
with that
right
at all.
now. You cooling right now.
I'm not cool with it at
You
all.
cooling.
I'm not saying it was cool. I'm saying I'm saying that was their time. Like when I look back to it, I understand that was the time. This shouldn't be the time now. We've come so much further. Like it shouldn't even be like the George Floyd situation and stuff like that. We've come so much further. We can look back and learn from those times and say we shouldn't repeat those things.
It literally says that everything under this life is sick.
Nothing's new under the sun.
The same race has always been oppressed. And that goes back to the Bible.
But you can't say that and then turn around and participate by saying that you still gonna use their traditions to be noticed under them. Like your belief. Like for me, I can feel like I've been married maybe like 4 times. If I consider myself as my entity and what I'm willing to do for this man and what I'm, you know what I'm saying. I don't need a third party paperwork or no shit to justify that. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else.
You don't need that at all.
Thank you. Come on, KO. Come on with that shit.
You're not gonna like what he said.
So times change, right? What is America?
White?
No, what is America? If you think about America, America is a corporation, correct?
Yes, it's business.
Marriage is a business.
Thank you, which I said.
That's what it is in this modern times. At the same thing. That's why you have to go get all those licenses. Same way you gotta get an LLC. Same way you gotta get an EIN number. The same way you gotta go get a partnership. All these other things. So the marriage now in America, since America is a whole corporation, the only thing it's going to do is make something else into a corporation, just like a marriage. So if you're going to go buy land, it's y'all being partners. So it's a partnership. Still something sacred, though. Even though in the past times it was something sacred. And in order for you to divorce your wife, the only way you can divorce your wife is if she do adultery. And then you have to write her. You write her, not a middle person. You write her a bill of divorce that she has to sign. And later down the line, you cannot remarry her. You can't remarry that woman. But in America, it's acceptable for you to remarry. It's acceptable for y'all to be doing business transactions and everything. That's why when people split, they try and turn it into a business. Like, hey, I helped build up this marriage, so I deserve $400 million.
Exactly.
It wasn't. A marriage wasn't originally designed.
It was
there, and then they started taxing it. That's
what the white man did.
They started taxing it. Like
the white man did it.
If they wasn't taxing it, it would still be marriage there. They just found a way to tax the church.
I'm saying that marriage. All I'm saying is
all that was.
Marriage is what you create with another person. If you look at the definition of marriage, it doesn't say or include going to the courthouse or having partnerships or it being a business. It doesn't include any of that. You know what I'm saying? I know this is uncomfortable for you.
No, I just thought marriage was God's idea. So I look at it like, what would He expect, or what does He say it is?
How many times you been married, Boris?
I'm going on my 3rd marriage.
And now you are one of the best people I know in my whole 30-something years of life.
And with that situation, you got to understand, a lot of times when people get married, people change, and and it's changing. You can make adjustments, but some people make changes that you can't agree with.
But in the vow, you said till death do us part. So
exactly.
you can't pick and choose which part you go.
No. In my marriage, there was somebody who was cheating.
I've been married and divorced.
I'm not gonna say who it was, but it wasn't me. So in my first, like, you see patterns in people, and you don't even have to watch people. You can kind of watch their families.
Right.
So I had if this person has never been married before, but all the examples in their family, you see how their marriages went, and it's the same thing. You should put that together. Like, hey, they're teaching something over here that keeps repeating over and over and over, and nobody's stopping it. So if sister's cheating on her husband, Amy's cheating on her, and everybody's cool with it, then you get married to somebody who's never been married before, and they're doing it too.
It's taught.
Yeah, it's taught. But I don't know that it's taught because I'm not watching the women in their family that tough, you know?
It's not even just taught like that. It's taught in media. Like, if you pay attention to movies that are predominantly black people movies, it's always containing with one player friend. Like, if you watch even
like the Tyler Perry movies.
Tyler Perry.
That's how they get us.
The 90s great movies, a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I watch Marvel movies.
It's always this stigma on us. It's always this stigma on us, and it's taught to us to be the cheaters, like how to be a player. That's one of my favorite movies. But as a child, you watching it, you like, hey, yo, it's cool for me to talk to 15, 20 different girls. You're beginning to be trained. It's cool to be a liar. It's cool to be this. This is what's cool. This is what's awesome. This is what's acceptable.
It ain't
This
cool
is
no
what
more.
I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So we are pre-trained. It's just like when the slave owners was bucking us.
Exactly.
It was just like when it was training our women to be independent.
Now they,
you know what I'm saying?
now,
Not
they
to rely on us.
now they savages and they doing
Now
it to
they
us.
savages. Now they doing all
But
that.
all this stuff
They
has
don't
been
need us.
I mean, Willie Lynn, you could go back.
The Willie
They
Lynch
knew
letter.
exactly how to do whatever structure it is to say that, and even down to pushing Christianity down our throats, or taking our sense of self so that they can enslave us. You know, whatever you believe in is cool. But I just ask everybody on today, during Real with Rillos,
Yep, keep
to
it real
just
with yourself.
keep it real with yourself. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to like glance outside the box with your belief system, because I hate to tell y'all, but not everything our parents told us is 100. And that's the truth.
I know my parents lied to
Actually,
me.
our parents didn't teach us everything too. I can
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff they left out.
When I look, me and him was raised in the same household. I can tell you now,
Facts.
I learned how to treat a woman, but I did not know a woman would cheat. I did not know a woman would hit you. I did not know a woman would take your money. I did not know a
Hold on,
woman
bro,
would
they
do
hit you?
Yeah, they hit me. All that. I did not know all that.
Where she at?
They humans.
I'll go
I'm
get
just
them.
saying, I did not know all that. So
They're
I actually
humans,
was
though,
into a
like-
marriage, and then she thought it was okay. She could hit me.
Yeah,
and I
so
couldn't do nothing.
mama, if you gonna hit daddy, hit him in front of us so we can know what to expect.
You
It ain't that. It's just the fact that don't hit nobody. It's respect each other. I wasn't taught that. Hey, you can respect each other because you take care of each other. But if you get into an argument or something like that, I don't think you should put your hands on somebody.
It depends on me. I feel like it depends on what the argument entails. Because sometimes you gotta rock a motherfucking jaw. Because sometimes that's all they
See, you
know.
say that, but if a dude hit rock a woman jaw, that's y'all going to have a problem, right?
I'm
Even-
just saying, we in a
Even
fight.
if she
There,
wrong,
a fight
no.
will pursue.
No,
No,
then
but
it's gonna be
if
her
your
brother, and I
homegirl
rock
get
his
knocked
jaw too.
If your homegirl get knocked out, and she call you right now, oh my man, knocked me out. You be like, what he do? What you? You ain't gonna ask her what
And
she
he
did.
can pull up and
You
get
ask her
knocked
what
out,
he
too.
did. You're
No,
not gonna never blame her.
I'ma pull up.
And then
It ain't gonna be no blame. It's just a matter of, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you can throw, you know, bitches know how far to push they do. They know how to make a nigga, respond in different ways. And a lot of
First off,
females are
that's-
fucked up, and that's what they
forget
want.
they responding.
Sadly.
Disrespect is war, so it ain't no rules. If you gonna disrespect me, you gotta be ready for whatever consequences come with it.
Jeez Louise.
stays. That's why I teach I teach some of my homies that at the beginning of the relationship, you let them know from the beginning.
You ain't gonna put your hands on me?
No, and before we get and along that time before we get married, you mess up anything, you want to fight, you want to hit me, you done. We got it. I ain't messing with
Man,
you.
sometimes you just gotta let a nigga know you got karate arms. Like, sometimes I be like, you know what I'm saying? A nigga need to know.
Once we get to that, once you do your little jujitsu move, that's
Nigga,
it for you.
You gotta let a nigga know in the beginning that you know jujitsu.
Nah, you gonna find out later because I'm gonna torture you if you pull some
Oh,
shit on me. I ain't
Lord.
ready. It's war. If we fighting this war, it ain't just no. We ain't slap boxing.
Come on, remember
It's
J-Lo?
war.
Slap boxing is okay.
No. We at war.
Man.
If I slap box with KK, I'm trying to slap
You
the shit out
finna
of her
lose
in
because
real life.
her reach is out of there. You finna be light.
I ain't lost shit. I
You
ain't
ain't
lost shit.
man, whatever. KK look like she got
I'm
motherfucking hands.
I'm undefeated.
And she's 6'8".
Right.
Yeah, she's as tall as fuck.
I'm undefeated.
No, you probably be knocked out and be dreaming that you undefeated.
I'm undefeated.
I'm
Once
asking.
again, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Real song. We have lots of laughs, lots of fun. Don't go nowhere. It's 8:30. We about to get in the new with Miss Cookie. Shout out to everybody that came through. Miss Lovey on the 1s and 2s.
Ow.
And Comedian Rillos.
He's back.